even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
And welcome in, folks, to the local community hour here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the listeners, and the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We've got some good things to talk about today. I have some flyers that I picked up at the library the other day, and I want to talk about some of those. If you remember when I used to do the flyer segment on Out to Lunch back a couple of years ago, I did it. It was fantastic flyers. Well, I got some fantastic flyers here, and I'm going to go through them because if you have not picked them up for yourself, they are some cool items, and maybe they are collectible for yourself. It's a great way to collect these cool items as they are limited printed editions. So if you want to check them out, you can view them at the Gail Borden Public Library. There's a couple other places too, but I'll go through those in just a little bit. But I want to remind you, coming up, we've got the Greater Grace Community Church in Elgin having their food drive. Please come out, enjoy this event. Feel free to reach out to any of us here. Spread the word about what's coming up here. And it's including free food, clothing, and more. But they are especially trying to get rid of some food. So feel free to reach out to them for more information. This is Greater Grace Community Church. Spread the word. Their number to dial is 630-465-3500. They're at 991 Deborah Avenue in Elgin, not too far away from the station, really. And they are looking for people to get their food because they have an abundance of food. So call them today. It's 630-465-3500. If you need that number, please feel free to reach out to me because I would love to let you know about this for the Greater Grace Community Church coming up here. So please feel free to check that out. Again, they have tons of food that's available. So check it out. Let's see what we've got here for weather and temperatures for this morning. Now, today is going to be the day where we see temperatures into the 50s, and then it eventually does start to drop. The temperatures drop, which means it's going to get colder. It's going to feel like it's back to winter again. We do see a high of 57 degrees coming up for today, a mixture of clouds and sun in the morning. It is predicted to eventually become a little bit more cloudier in the afternoon. And we do see temperatures currently right now at, if I get my phone up here, I can show it to you. Currently have it at about 43 right now. So it is a little bit chillier during this hour than it was yesterday and the couple days before when it was really nice. Again, a high of 57 degrees, almost getting up to 60 degrees today. It does then drop into the 30s, a low of 30 degrees. Now, with it getting into the chillier temperatures, not quite super chilly, we could possibly see some freezing rain. The chance of rain predicted right now for the forecast for later tonight is at 100% right now. So definitely guaranteed that we're going to be getting some rain. I'd be surprised if we didn't. Showers with a possible thunderstorm are predicted early in the evening with some variable amount of clouds overnight with still a chance of showers. The low is going to be about 30 degrees, so that'll be for tonight. Tomorrow on Friday, the temperatures then start to drop. And this does go into all of most of next week, too. The majority of next week will be chillier temperatures. And then it does rise a bit, and then it will kind of be steady in the middle in the 40s as our highs, lows in the 20s. So again, warmer temperatures are going to be for today, and then they do start to drop. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 35, windy with even some snow showers. These temperatures and weather predictions are very strange, but it's predicted as we know it because we live in Illinois. We see a high of 35 degrees tomorrow with some snow showers in the morning. Winds could occasionally gust about 40 miles per hour. So we could get a little bit of a mini blizzard. We do see a low of 21 degrees starting to clear up a little bit here. Starts to die down for Friday night. Into Saturday, we do see again a high of 35 and a low of 21. It is predicted to be mainly cloudy outside. We see it dropping down to a low of 21 degrees cloudy. That'll be coming up for Saturday night. Sunday rolls around. We see a high of 28, cloudy skies in the morning, and pretty much genuinely going on for the rest of the day. It drops down to a chillier low of 17 degrees for Sunday night. So a little bit heavier coat wearing for that day and for the rest of coming up next week. Monday, we see a high of 32. Sunshine and clouds are going to be mixed. We see it dropping down to a low of 17 degrees, partly cloudy skies in the evening, giving way to some more clouds later at night. That's for Monday the 23rd. Tuesday rolls around. We see a high of 41. Mostly cloudy skies are going to be in that forecast, so it does bump up a little bit in those temperatures. We see a low of 32 degrees coming up, mostly cloudy. Will be accumulating for Tuesday night. Wednesday, the 25th, we see a high of 46. So the temperatures, again, like I said, they're slowly starting to rise. Partly to mostly cloudy skies are going to be in that forecast. We see it dropping down to that low of 22 degrees, clear to partly cloudy coming through for Wednesday night. And then I'll tell you Thursday, a week from today, it's the 26th of February, a couple days, and then eventually we get into the month of March. We see a high of 42 degrees with a low of 26. And then next Friday, it does bump up to 50 as our high, partly cloudy skies, dropping down to a low of 32. So it will start to get into the nicer spring style of temperatures with occasional in-between chillier spring style of days that we're going to be seeing. So again, that's what the forecast is, what we're seeing for the rest of this week and also into next week. You can check this out and more posted onto the Weather Channel's website, weather.gov. You can use your phone too, if you'd like. Last night was the celebration of the life of George Rawlinson. I had a great time. I got to mingle with a lot of lovely folks out there, many familiar faces, and even some newer ones, some new passerbys that I got to say hi and shake hands with too. It was a very, very lovely turnout, and I know that George definitely appreciated that in another realm. He appreciated it a lot, and I know his family did too. So we're excited about that. We're excited for the upcoming WRMN Studio 16 George Rawlinson Gathering Center. I know that it's going to be a great way to honor him because he was the type of guy that wanted everyone to come together, and that's what we hope to do here and continue to do on WRMN. So honoring him that way, and it's a great way to do so. So we're excited for it. We hope you are too. And so that was announced at the celebration of George Rawlinson yesterday. And they had, oh my gosh, the spaghetti was so good. It was so delicious. Oh my goodness, they had so many good, delicious choices. There were like 4 different dishes that you could choose from. So I had the rigatoni with it was some sort of a sausage in there. It was so good. My brother had the Alfredo, which I had a little taste of too, and then my dad was there too, and he had the spaghetti and meatballs. The true spaghetti and meatballs, as the Italian man he is. So with that being said, it was a good time. Got to see a lot of lovely faces out there too. So thanks everyone for coming out to this great event. It was a really great time. Very nice. The time is approaching 15 past the hour. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, let's hop on and flip through some physical pages of flyers. As you know, in the world of technology, we can do so many different things just with the touch of a button, with a swipe of the finger, right? With a click of the mouse. But sometimes it's good to do it the old-fashioned way. And let's check out some of these cool flyers that I picked up the other day at the library. We'll go through some of them, and they should still be available there. It was a couple days ago, so you'll have to go there and see. But we'll go through some of those flyers promoting some of the things happening locally in the area. And we'll talk about that and more coming up on these next segments here on the Community Hour WRMN. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Listen this Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
I know we're at an at-will date, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that. Yeah, that's California. Yep, welcome.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to the local community hour here on WRMN. We're broadcasting here from Studio 14, live serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of these cool flyers that I found at the local Gale Borden Public Library. Now, there are some other places, too, that we could talk about that do offer shelves for you to place your own advertisements and flyers, which is great. Of course, here we've got the Gale Borden Public Library, the Downtown Neighborhood Association, the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce. There's also Blue Box Cafe where you can drop flyers off. I know at one point you could also drop flyers off at the Sugar and Rhyme, which is up the street there, too. And I do believe also there is a little table in Whatnots and Whimsies, the antique and vintage collectible store, where you can pick up a couple different things. When you walk in, they have a little side table there to your right. You can pick up some stuff there too, unless it's specifically just for their Whatnots and Whimsies events. But it's a nice little table that you can go to, and I think they even have like little notes you can write or things like that. So, at least from my own memory of going in so many times. But there's lots of places that you can go to pick up some really cool printed flyers. If you are a little bit more on the old-fashioned side of things, totally fine. I know we live in the growing age of technology, but sometimes you like to have a booklet in your hand, a pamphlet, a flyer, a guide, whether it's a travel guide or a library guide or a crisis care service guide, things like that. You have them in your hand, they're printed out, you can feel them, they're textured, all that stuff, right? And so that's the old-fashioned way of how it was done. And there are still flyers out there that you can pick up, even though many of them are available online. Some of them are not. So let's go through some of these here that I wanted to talk about that I picked up at the local library here at the Gail Borden Public Library. And one of them was this pamphlet. Now, if you're watching on the YouTube side of things, I've got it in my hand here. Maybe you already have one of these. This is a Gail Borden Public Library pamphlet that is specifically about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Gail Borden. It's a nice green color, and it's got that nice pencil drawing on there too of him. It is Gail Borden, the father of the modern dairy industry, by Leonard M. Panning. People Who Made America Great. This is a cute little booklet. It's very nice and well done, and it tells you the history of Gail Borden. So if you want to read through it yourself, you can find it. There's even some really nice little illustrations in there too. And the thing I like about these illustrations, it reminds me a lot of the illustrations that were in books that my parents read when they were kids, that my grandparents read to my parents as kids. So it definitely does have that older book feel to it and look, especially. The pages are actually off-white. They're not even fully white. They're off-white printed. So it's a nice book to have, especially as a collector's item, because there's some really rich history in here. Say, God forbid, something happens to technology. We've got these booklets that we can have this printed history as an actual document. So I know I'm going into quite a bit of detail on here, but there's that. So it does go into the story of the young Gail Borden going south for health. That was back in 1822. His health was restored, and Borden became a successful surveyor. There's also information about the Texas War for Independence, Borden's printing press destroyed in 1836, and then also how dying babies moved Borden to his discovery of condensed milk. And of course, that's where, of course, the title comes in, Father of the Modern Dairy Industry comes in to talk about that. And it goes into detail on Borden beginning experiments to condense milk back in 1852. It's also established modern dairying, which included Borden's condensed milk sold on streets of New York back in 1860. It also goes into more detail about the modern dairy farm. Gail Borden's discoveries spearheaded many new milk products that inspire high dairy standards that we see today. So it's a really cool, rich history. It goes through that timeline to show you, even in some of these pictures too, that physical description of just kind of a little taste of what happened. And how the dairy industry grew and how Gail Borden did that. And he, of course, made a name for himself, as, of course, we know it because it's the Gail Borden Public Library named after him. So definitely check this out. This is a really cool article or a little booklet to have, especially as a collector's item. There might still be a few left at the library. I'm not sure. It's been a couple days, and there were only a couple left on the shelves. And I said, I got to pick some up because I want to share this on the air with you folks. So definitely a good one to check out. That's the Gail Borden little booklet under People Who Made America Great. The next one that caught my eye here was the Ecker Center Behavioral Health Crisis Care Services little pamphlet that you can get. My mom used to work at Ecker Center for a couple years. They are a great facility. The main office is at 1845 Grandstand Place in Elgin. They also do have their satellite locations too. So this is a little bit of a pamphlet that you can have for yourself, a little bit of a booklet, and it does go through a little bit on who to contact, crisis services, and Ecker Center programs that are available for folks out there. They offer their psychiatric emergency program, crisis stabilization program, and more. The crisis services include intervention, de-escalation, stabilization, and referrals or linkage to additional resources. So it's really good to take a look at this too. And they had this recently put on the shelves of the Gail Borden Library. I'm sure they've had them for a while, regularly putting them on the shelves. But if you also want to view their website, there is a QR code. And you can actually go to their website for more information at eckercenter.org. And I've got it here up on the screen. If you're watching on our YouTube page, you can check out their essential store. They even have an essential store there, which is pretty cool. So you can shop live online, whether you're picking up a cozy tea, a sleek mug, or a gift that gives back. You're supporting accessible behavioral health care, hope and healing for those who definitely need it most too, and even some of those prevention programs available. They have some t-shirts that you can buy, merchandise, and more, so feel free to check that out. And I thought that this was a nice little flyer that I thought I might pick up for you to see and to physically grasp it with your hands if you like to. Another one that I wanted to mention here too is the Forest Preserves of Cook County. Now you can go to their website at fpdcc.com. This one is filled with a guide. This is an actual guide that you can get at the Gail Borden Public Library. I'm sure it's also located at other local facilities. It's a guide to the Forest Preserves of Cook County. So I know the weather's going to be getting nicer. I know that it's nice right now. It's going to get a little bit chillier eventually. But with this being said, no matter where or what time frame you're in, this is a great opportunity to look at these Forest Preserves of Cook County. So feel free to check this out too. It does go through a list of what to explore. And there's so much that you can explore in nature too. So they offer their seasonal offerings. They have this listed in their booklet here. Hike the preserves, so you can check out fitness hikes. Walk and talk hikes are for the curious minds who want to know more about the forest preserves and natural areas. They also do offer their bird walks. You can learn about fall bird migration patterns and look for local and migrant birds. There are a limited supply of binoculars that are available for loan at select events too. So you can even get yourself some binoculars to look at some of these birds, do some bird watching. They also do have volunteer opportunities listed in here as well. You can also find a good list of some other seasonal offerings. If you are looking to have a place for a campfire, you can do that. There are some rentals available. They also do offer later in the years, November 14th through till January 4th, they have something called Lightscape, which is featured in this booklet too that you can check out. It's an after dark trail of dazzling lights from November through till January of each year. So that's pretty cool. And that's by the Chicago Botanic Garden. They also do offer a list of the Northwest Zone, so where you can find that. They also do offer their Crabtree Nature Center, which is in Barrington. They have a list of all the different events coming up there too and how to check out their website. They also do offer their phone number and the building hours of operation. So you can find that also. You can also find some other fun events going on. Workhorses for winter. They have how big machines restore the forest preserves. So it talks a little bit about that in this particular pamphlet or booklet. You can also find the North Zone about things to do later in the year. So if you're looking for the Lunar New Year festive celebrations, they have some at some local forest preserves. They also do offer information on the River Trail Nature Center in Northbrook and when those hours of operation are. You can also find the secret life of winter plants and how they thrive in the colder weather and temperatures. So there's a lot of different cool things that you can find in here that you can look for yourself. And it includes so many great holiday activities, trailside, Museum of Natural History and River Forest, whole list of great activities to do, and some suggestions for you. So if you want to check it out, you can pick it up for yourself at the Gail Borden Public Library. It's a pretty nice booklet to have. Coming up next, we'll talk more. I've got another booklet that I want to mention here, and then we'll talk more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. So stay tuned for that here on WRMN's Local Community Hour. We'll be back with more in just a little bit. Hang tight.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by KFC. Governor J.B. Pritzker is proposing a statewide fee on social media companies expected to raise about $200 million annually for education. The plan would charge platforms based on the number of Illinois users, with larger companies paying higher monthly fees. Illinois lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers from 0.08 to 0.05, which would make it among the strictest standards in the nation. Supporters say the change could help reduce impaired driving and traffic deaths. Governor J.B. Pritzker has proposed a $56 billion state budget as Illinois prepares for potential federal funding cuts. Capital News Illinois reports the plan increases spending on education, healthcare, and pensions, while most other areas would see little growth. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin, one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 55. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms before morning, then rain likely with a low around 33. Friday brings a chance of snow before noon with a high near 40. Currently, it's 42 and partly cloudy. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
And welcome back, folks, to the local community hour here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us here on your local community hour. We do have some of these cool flyers that I mentioned here a little earlier. We talked a little bit about the Gail Borden Public Library's article. This is a little booklet by Leonard M. Panning. It's Gail Borden, Father of the Modern Dairy Industry. So if you want to check it out for yourself, you can find it. It's available on the shelves at the Gail Borden Public Library. We talked a little bit about the Ecker Center for Behavioral Health. They have their crisis care services listed there too. And then, of course, also the Guide to Forest Preserves of Cook County. Now, you can also go to their website, too. If you go to their website, that is at fpdcc.com. That's the website to go to if you prefer to actually go online and search these different forest preserves for yourselves. Now, they do have a list of some cool things to do that you can find, and that includes places to go to, as well as some other things that you can do. You can also check out their permits, nature, as well as volunteering, and also some events to go to. So if you want to check out all of that, they have it all listed on their website. And again, that is at fpdcc.com. They have a list of all the events that you can view coming up throughout the whole year. Check it out for yourself. You can find it. And that's all on the Forest Preserves on their website. That's Forest Preserves. That's fpdcc.com. That's the website to go to. So check it out. I have a good list of things to do, too. If you're looking for fishing activities in the area, they've got some great forest preserves managing over 40 water bodies for recreational sport fishing in Cook County. Just make sure, of course, you do have your fishing license ready to go. They do offer a fishing guide, boating, stocking reports, as well as fishing events, consumption advisory, and more. There's even those regulations that you can find too, so please feel free to check that out, and you can find that on their website. That is, again, fpdcc.com is their website to go to. So feel free to check it out for yourself if you'd like to. So those are some things that you can do. Have a whole list of good places that you can go to, including a web map. They've got their locations list, a whole list of the trails. All of this is for your own ability to check it out. So feel free to do so. You can check that out on their website. Again, that is fpdcc.com. So I wanted to go through that and just mention that to you because it's a good one to check out. You can also view some other things that are also going on locally in the area, too. They do have their PFD maps, which is good. Again, I did show you this particular article book that you can check out, but they've got some other ones. They're county maps, trail maps, picnic grove maps, nature center maps, and more. So you can view that all on their website. And again, that's fpdcc.com. That's the website to go to. If you are looking to keep up to date if there happens to be any closures and alerts, you can stay up to date with the latest on-site improvements, weather-related closures, and other ongoing projects. You can view their prescribed burn activity map for real-time updates on active and recent completed burns that are happening in the area. Tells you where they are, any alerts and closures that are happening. So if it's closed for land management, things like that, you can find that all on their website. So that is the third article that I did discuss a little bit here too. And then finally, the fourth one I wanted to mention here is the Guide to Living in Hampshire pamphlet or booklet that you can find. I know I call them pamphlets a lot, but they are also those booklets that you can find too. And this one I did also pick up. This is at the, you can find it at the Hampshire Area Chamber of Commerce at their main building location. They also do have it located at the Gail Borden Public Library where I picked it up. It's a guide to living in Hampshire, Burlington, and Pingree Grove, some of the great activities that you can do, supporting local businesses, and those really great events. So if you want to check it out for yourself, feel free to do so. Hart's Garage is listed on this booklet, which is a great place to go to. I love their triangle appetizers, which are their cheese sticks. They're cheese sticks, but they're in triangular formation. Mozzarella sticks. They're really good. You can check out things to do via the month, the big monthly events coming up. So you can find all of that in this list. So if you're looking for things to do Any time of the season, they have them available on this list under the things to do. The big things that do come up, whether it's Fall Fest, holidays on state, the Chocolate Walk, Old Fashioned Days, Summer Street Dance, fireworks, Coon Creek Country Days Festival. All of those big events are listed in this booklet that you can find. They also do have your local emergency contacts, other services, hospitals, community contacts. So it's all available for you to have. And if you prefer to have the physical booklet in your hand, you can find it at the Hampshire Area Chamber of Commerce, or feel free to go to the Gailborden Library. I'm sure other local libraries in the Fox River Valley area will also have these available for you to check out. And of course, if you can't find it for yourself, then we encourage you to go online to hampshirechamber.org for more information. They have a list of the members, including membership benefits, directory, and more. What's new, featured business blog, job postings, hot deals, and more. They have chamber events, community events, and weather. So you can mark your calendars for those fun things that are going to be coming up. The big events are listed under Mark Your Calendars that you can find on their website. It's the main ones, the big ones that are coming up. You can find them there. They have a list of the different Chamber of Commerce members, as we are also one too on WRMN, so feel free to check that out. You can also follow them on social media platforms, so Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and also on YouTube. So feel free to check those out too for your viewing pleasure, and also, just to keep yourself up to date on things that are coming up in the near future. So check out all that information. You can find it on hampshirearechamber.org. You can go to their Facebook page or pick up one of these booklets for yourself. Some good pages of some fun things to do and all of the different villages surrounding the area. If you have a school event that's coming up, you can even put it in your booklet here, put it in this booklet. You can submit it to them, of course, too. There is a cost, of course, for advertising, but if you do want to do that, they have availability and spaces for these different releases. So feel free to check it out. And you can pick them up at your local libraries. It's a great way to know what's happening locally in the area. And then finally, another one in my booklets in the office. It's a big one. It's the directory. And this is for the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, which is another really great one to check out too. Of course, locally here in the Elgin area, if you've never done that before. They've been trusted by over 550 of the best businesses and organizations in the Elgin, Illinois area. The Elgin Area Chamber primarily services the Elgin and South Elgin communities. They are honored to have 25% of members from communities surrounding the Elgin and South Elgin, including Algonquin, Carpentersville, Gilberts, Genoa, Streamwood, West Dundee, Chicago, even in Chicago. So there are some other chamber members that are members of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce. So feel free to check that out for more information. They offer their Elgin Development Group that you can learn some information about, where your business success story begins. You can contact them today. Talk to you a little bit about exploring what makes them a prime location with limitless opportunities, discovering the strength of their workforce and how they can drive your success. And you can also dive into the hearts of Elgin's economic landscape to find your place in the ecosystem, and also explore the comprehensive resources and guidance on launching your venture into the thriving city of Elgin. So view this for yourself. You can find it on elgindevelopment.com. Of course, also members here and working with the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce. If you're looking for local jobs or even blog posts, you can find that posted also on their website at elginchamber.com. And then we also, of course, do encourage that you tune in every fourth Tuesday of the month for Chamber Chat with Carol Gieske. So that'll be coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Always good to listen to that show with Carol Gieske on the airways with me, myself, and then also, of course, some other guests of some local businesses talking about what they have to offer for the community. And also, she does bring up some announcements, too, on things that are happening locally in the area. So always good to do that. Stay in tune here on WRMN AM 1410, and we're so glad that you could be a part of it with us here, too. It's coming up to 45 past the hour. We're going to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more here on the local community hour, WRMN AM 1410, talking about more on what's happening locally here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Every year in Illinois, over 30,000 drivers are arrested for DUI. Due to improper testing procedures, many people end up being wrongfully charged. The book DUIs Decoded cuts right to the chase and tells you how proper DUIs arrests are supposed to be made, from the initial traffic stop to the reasoning behind the field sobriety test, all the myths and facts about taking a breathalyzer, and more. DUIs Decoded is written by nationally recognized DUI expert witness William Polarinos. Available now at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Are you looking for a way to be creative right now? Have you ever wanted to learn to watercolor paint? You can now do that from the comfort of your own home with Zoom watercolor classes. Get professional instruction from nationally showing artist Victoria Elizabeth. These classes are step-by-step, broken down with easy-to-understand instructions. They are affordable, too, at $15 for a 2-hour class. Visit her website at victoriaelizabethart.com to find out more. That's victoriaelizabethart.com.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, I'm Jeff Walter, and I'm running for Congress in the 11th Congressional District. As the mayor of Elgin, I'm really required to deliver certain common things that are all based around common sense. I have to provide good water, good streets, police protection, and a lot of other core services. Congress has lost its way on that. So if you want some common sense brought back to Washington, vote Jeff Walter for Congress. You can check us out at www.jeffwalterforcongress.com. I'm Jeff Walter, and I approve this ad, paid for by Walter for Congress.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day, and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I am Tricia Grosser, and this is what was happening in Elgin, February 19th, 1926. An exodus of about 150 Elginites in a northerly direction began this afternoon about 2:30 o'clock. The vanguard of the caravan of automobiles was a motor bus filled with Elgin High School basketball tossers, 21 in number. The automobiles that followed at intervals were filled with rooters from the high school and townsfolk who are interested in seeing the Maroons beat Rockford tonight and thus cop a second Big 7 cage trophy for the local trophy room. All 3 of the 100 reserve seat tickets forwarded by the Rockford management had been sold this morning, indicating that the local rooters are planning to give the team their wholehearted support in their last Big 7 struggle. Many more fans were expected to fall in line and take a chance on securing tickets in the Forest City. All of the student tickets were taken this morning following a pep session at which the coaches and players spoke and the band played several high school songs. The pep session was made possible when the Scarlet Fever ban was lifted last night. A side note, the next day, the readers were informed that Elgin's hope for an undisputed Big 7 basketball championship were rudely shattered when Rockford defeated the Maroons 23-14.
Elgin 100 years ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 years ago at www.elginhistory.org.
And that's what happened this day back 100 years ago. Thank you to the thank you to, I was almost going to say the city of Elgin. Thank you to the Elgin History Museum for putting together, of course, Elgin 100 years ago. They always do such a great job. You heard, of course, Trisha Grosser and also Jerry Turnquist, who I did see yesterday. He was out at the event. I said hi to him at the life celebration of George Rawlinson. So that was nice to see him there as well. And of course, if you want to explore the fascinating historical items and stories from Elgin, now at the main library on display through till March, check it out. They've got some postings here. Gilbourne Public Library recently posted a video of volunteer Beth, who helped me find some really cool family history pictures. She works at the as a volunteer at the Elgin History Museum. A couple of years, she found me some great pictures of some of my ancestors, which was really cool to see. But if you want to check it out, of course, they are still on display until March, so you don't want to miss out on that great opportunity to check out the rich history of Elgin and more. You can learn more about Elgin history at the Gail Borden Public Library. All of it is on display right now, so please feel free to check it out. You can also view other upcoming events that'll be coming up soon. Today's a perfect day to treat yourself to a little me time at the library. It is a beautiful day outside, so don't miss out on the opportunity. They also do have a new section at the library that has recently been opened. Now, this is called the Fresh Picks session. This is new now to the Gail Borden Public Library. It's now open at the main library. This is where you have the opportunity to discover the newest and most popular titles, and it's all available in one space. So this is a cozy section. You can sit in their cozy seating. They've got their nice table in the center there too. It's their Fresh Picks. Come and explore their newly renovated space and find your next favorite book today. So feel free to check it out. You can find it on their Facebook page, and it's a nice cozy lounge space designed just for you and your next great read. So check it out. It's a new section at the Gail Borden Public Library. Lots of comments are saying that they're excited to check it out. They definitely need to come and visit. Yes. And so they have those fun activities for you to enjoy. And it's also educational too, of course. You can also find some other upcoming events as well too that are happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. Fox Valley Magazine recently recognized Hotel Baker. They love sharing Hotel Baker with everyone who inquires. They're looking forward to meeting travel lovers and adventurers. That's coming up. There is going to be a travel and adventure show that's going to be at the Donald D. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont. It's this weekend. It's February 21st and also the 22nd. Now, you can check it out. They're going to be sharing hotel accommodations at Hotel Baker. So it's a very luxurious hotel to go to, with that old-fashioned flair to it. There's even some 1920s elements to it, too. So you can check out their booth, Hotel Baker. It's going to be at the Travel and Adventure Show at the Donald D. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont. So definitely plan your visit. It's going to be a good time, and you're going to have a great time meeting about checking out different social events, meetings, and information on other things that are happening locally, too. And then, of course, ExploreElginArea.com has some events that you can check out. You can even submit an event. So if you go to the events page, you can find it. It looks like, oh, the website's a little different now. I'll have to, there's all these shapes, these black shapes here that I'm seeing. So if you check, oh, it's very large. Okay. You'll have to go onto the website. It's a little, they'll have to maybe update it a little bit here on their website. It could be on my end though, too. But if you go to Explore Elgin Area, they do have a list of the different events that are coming up. So if you want to view that, they have some bingo events you can check out. Coming up tomorrow at Villa Olivia, there is a wine tasting fundraiser that's going to be coming up. It's called Raise Your Glass, and it's including beers, spirits, and wine tasting. It's coming up tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and it goes until 10. And this is brought to you by the Bartlett Parks Foundation and Bartlett Park District. So again, it is their annual beer, spirit, and wine tasting event that you can check out. They're going to be having also Unsung Broadway at the ECC Center. You can check that out too. They're going to be playing there. You can register before Friday at 12 p.m., so before tomorrow at 12. They're also going to be including tastings, appetizers, silent auction, raffle, live entertainment, and a complimentary glass for the first 250 people that register. So definitely register today if you haven't yet. This is an age 21 and over event. You can add it to your calendar. Check out more information on them. There's a couple other things that are also coming up too. You can even sign up for the Elgin Explore Elgin Area Explore Elgin Area newsletter if you want to view that. Unsung Broadway at ECC Art Center is coming up also tomorrow. Their first performance will be on the 20th, and then they have it going on through till March 1st. So that will also be coming up too. It's on stage, Countless Undiscovered Treasures. Unsung Broadway is a musical review that celebrates unforgettable songs from shows and a time that time forgot, and unforgettable numbers that never made opening night. So there includes from overlooked masterpieces to cut classics from iconic musicals. This is a great show. It brings a fresh take to Broadway's best kept secrets. So if you want to join them for some nostalgia and surprises, you can check it out. It's coming up tomorrow. That's at 7:30, and that goes until 9:30. So it's a 2-hour performance. You can also go to the ECC Art Center on their website to get those tickets. Book them now for this month of February and also into March. It goes until March 1st. So that's going on now, and it does have they have their matinee show. Their last show will be a matinee show at 3 p.m. You can also view some other fun events that'll be coming up here on Friday and the following days. If you want to keep yourself up to date with all of that, you can find that on exploreelginarea.com. They have a list of different events coming up that include live music, other events, and more that you can check out if you go to their website. And again, that's exploreelginarea.com. Now, looking at the website from my point of view, it's a little different here, so I'll have to take a look at that. But they have some fun events that you can take a look at and see for yourself. There is going to be a call for artists. It's called Art Resistance. It's a community art market raising funds for mutual aid, and the whistle brings me home. Food drive for families affected by ice as well. So if you want to check that out, that's going to be at the Glass Market on South McLean Boulevard in Elgin. That's from 1 until 5 p.m. That's coming up this Saturday, the 21st. Vendor and artist submission fee is $50 or free submission with a donation of proceeds. So feel free to check that out, and you can view that too. There's some other art shows that will also be coming up in the near future, so check it out. We are soon wrapping up here our community hour. Up next, we have our WRMN 10 o'clock news segment, so stay tuned for that, of course, here on WRMN. And then, of course, followed by that, we've got Out to Lunch. I've got some good things to discuss here. It is a Thirsty Thursday, so we'll also go through what are some events coming up here locally in the area. Tomorrow is our Foodies Friday segment. I do have a recommendation that includes chili. This is a recommendation from Greg, our listener, avid listener. He sent me a picture of chili sauce, and so I decided, well, let's go to the website coming up tomorrow on Foodie Friday, and we'll take a look at some of the recipes. There's multiple very simple recipes that you can make with this particular chili sauce. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up tomorrow on Friday, on Foodie Friday. I also do have a guest coming in tomorrow too. His name is Scott, and he'll be in, Scott and Rachel will both be in there with the Fox Valley Fire Protection. So they're going to talk to us about their business and being a member of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce. So stay tuned for that. And